Hmm. Hello all. How we doing today? Just out for a gorgeous walk here. And thought I'd chat with you for a minute. Whole lot of stuff going on, eh? Sorry I don't look the greatest. Didn't get much sleep last night. So wow, that was a crazy 31 days of EA inquiry, eh? It really revealed a lot and didn't reveal a lot. I'm going to bring up a couple points about what I think about it and see if you have any comments. Please make some comments if you have something to say. The EA inquiry was to find if the Emergency Act was enacted properly and what they could do in the future. But unfortunately, many of the main reasons that so many people gathered in Ottawa were not really addressed. They, like the hate speech from our Prime Minister, that he said he never called anybody names. That's like the biggest one, because honestly it was one of the biggest things I heard from almost anybody there, was that they could not believe that they were hearing this from their Prime Minister. And myself too. I just can't believe it. I can't believe that not one video of all the Canadians across the country gathering, many of the beautiful productions that were made, not one shown. The mainstream media still has not seen it. Your grandma sitting on the couch, never seen all the Canadians coming together. They never seen it. They didn't see the love and the humanity that was coming together. They did not see the unity. They demonized Canadians before they even got there. It was truly disgusting, the actions that our Prime Minister took. Sorry, I thought somebody was pulling into my place there. I'm just walking around the forest here. There's a nice little, isn't that nice? So, many things were not brought up, not found out, not shown to the public, and it's actually called a public inquiry. But if the public can't actually inquire about anything because of redactions, because of, I don't know, protection, I guess I would call it, protecting not the Canadian citizens, But the people that demonized heartful citizens that just wanted to ask questions, wanted to see if there was a voice for them. But there wasn't. Mr. Trudeau, I'm so very disappointed in you. As a supposed leader, I don't feel that you have the skills to lead. Now, we will see what happens with this inquiry, but in the meantime, we're not going to let up. I've gone to court 5 or 6 times for charges, 4 charges for standing in peace for my country, for asking for dialogue, from our government. The hurt and the pain from so many people were exposed, and we were able to talk about it as we came together in Ottawa. I went to Ottawa in personal, peaceful protest. I met many beautiful people. Not one of them had a weapon. Not one of them called me names, called anybody else names, other than the government. Yes, I'm going to say, because it's all of their faults. It's the police, it's the government. They all followed, just like they followed what they say, or what they call trusting the science. But I don't think it is trusting the science. I think it's following, it's following a plan. So speaking of plans, you might have noticed over the last little while that here I am in November in my moccasins, bare feet, walking around in the forest. You gotta do it. So you may have noticed that from these friends that I've met, I've traveled around Ontario to speak to people, because in my life I've learned something very important. You cannot trust blindly. You have to take steps to use personal experience. Personal experience. That means if I've talked to you, or you, or you, that's personal experience. And this is how I make my mind up on things. Researching, reading, writing, talking to you guys. hoping for dialogue, even with my own Canadians. So I've aligned myself with some friends, Canada Unity. And as I have with others in the past, Freedom Tour, it's a volatile time in history right now. So it doesn't matter who is trying to speak up or trying to do anything on exposing what's happening in our world right now. It doesn't matter who does it. There's going to be problems. There's going to be people that will always try to paint everybody in a bad light. The same as what our Prime Minister has done. He painted people in a bad light without even speaking to them. That's not very Canadian-like. So, what's going to happen now is it takes a lot of determination. I promised the world personally on the stage on the 28th of January in Ottawa that I would never back down. Not until there's dialogue, at the least. And so this is the path that we're on now. Going back to going to court, they still didn't want to drop, and they think they have a case against me for standing in peace. And my court date is sometime in January 2024. During that time, my rights have been removed. I cannot go to certain places because of conditions. I'm scared to go into my hometown because of retaliation. And it is retaliation, trust me. Trust me. You see, I live out here, so I can see anything coming for miles, most of the time. And trust me, I've seen them. I know where I'm at. Now in the future, to try to do any of this, a big thing that was discussed in the EA was money. The failed human experiment. Money was a concern of a lot of people. Now, to be able to fight this world domination that's going on, ooh, you see some nice deer tracks here. In order to fight some of what is going on, it takes resources. It takes money. They have unlimited amounts to fight us, to hurt the Canadian people. So anybody that tries to get something going, asking for donations, to do certain things, anybody doing that these days is scrutinized and rumors start to build. Now, things have happened in the past on trying to stand up for this world. There's a beautiful big rock here, just placed in the middle of the forest. Looks like it was just dropped here. So rumors start, and people start to focus on the money. Now, yeah, accountability always has to happen, and that's great, but you gotta remember that the people that are doing most of this are all doing it for good reasons. Nobody is getting rich. I have spent my savings on everything that's happened this year. Nothing left. You know? And a lot of people have ruined it for others that are putting things to good use. It's expensive to run websites and do a lot of the stuff that needs to be done. So I just want you to keep that in mind as we move forward, as you hear rumors, as you think about it, and what it takes to move forward. Here's a rock I like to call Alien Rock. It looks like a spaceship. It's still sitting here, like just on some stones on the side of the mountain here. Really cool place. Yeah, let's see if we can turn this camera around. Look at this. Oh, I can't turn it around. Okay, so when you're thinking about people standing up to our government and what it takes, try to keep the suspicions and rhetoric and stuff down to a minimum, because that's not what people are out trying to do. People are out trying to make a difference because it needs to be made. This is not something easy. This is very, very difficult. It's difficult to keep good spirits when you hear so much mistrust that stems from our own government. You know, the mistrust that they are making you all have onto each other. It bothers me. It bothers me. I'd love to trust everybody I meet. And at the beginning I do. Until I have a reason that I don't. I don't even like not trusting people, but I'm not going to let other people change my being. You know what I mean by that? You can't let other people change your being. I've always wanted to trust people. I've always given that chance. And no matter how many times I get hurt or abused or lied to or whatever, I'm still going to have trust in people. So this has been quite a long walk, longer than usual. I love you all, and I want you to remain vigilant in the cause. And the cause is to hold accountability because we've exposed them. Okay? And we exposed Mr. Trudeau yesterday for the world to see him lie. Outright lie. I love you, Canada. I love you, the world. Peace. Have a good day.